Hey, YouTube family. It's me, Tara Nichols, with the Daily Dose. And today's lesson, I want to focus on anxiety. So, as a mental health therapist, very often my clients will have symptoms of anxiety that just completely captivate and control their life. They are just spinning, no matter what the root cause of why they're in therapy or why they're struggling, the anxiety element to how they're managing or coping with this presenting problem is really just robbing them of being able to move through their daily life, accomplish the things they want to accomplish, focus on what needs to happen next, or even really dive into healing. So, symptoms of anxiety look different for different people, but many times there are some very common or core symptoms that really just are across the board, things that many people deal with. Oftentimes they deal with and they don't even know, they don't even label it as anxiety. They just are dealing with these symptoms and doing the best that they can. So let's talk about a few of those. One of those is hypervigilance, or being easily distracted. Hypervigilance comes when you have had just kind of, you've been preconditioned to have the alarm system in your brain, the sympathetic nervous system, to just be triggered. It can come from living under high pressure or high stress. It can come from experiencing child abuse. It can come from domestic violence. It can come from having just a very vivid imagination and being extremely aware of some of the surrounding things that could possibly happen. So that sympathetic nervous system, which is just the alarm bells that's around the side of your head, are constantly being triggered, and it causes you to take in all of your surrounding information, not just what you're focusing on, not just your homework or your driving or your studies or your cooking or your dishwashing. It causes you to take in the information from all around you. So what that means is that it's harder for your brain to focus on the task at hand, like reading your book or, like I said, doing your work. It's harder for you to focus on that task because your brain is constantly distracting you to the potential that the things around you might also create problems. And so that hypervigilance is exhausting. It leads to constant mental fatigue, brain fog, just total exhaustion. That is anxiety. So I know several of you probably don't walk around going, oh, this is my anxiety. You probably just go, gosh, I'm so tired. My brain hurts all the time. I worry about everything. I don't know how to not worry about these things. Okay, that's anxiety. And that's something I think that we can work on. Again, we're not working towards never stressing, never worrying about stuff, not the other extreme. You're just focusing on how to manage, small things that will impact the way you live every day so that you can live a little bit more free, a little bit more clearly, a little bit more hopeful, and you're not constantly burdened and stressed and exhausted from not taking care of your mind, not taking care of your thoughts, not taking care of your tendencies within your thought patterns. So anyway, anxiety, hypervigilance. Another symptom of anxiety that I think many people deal with and they are not aware that it's anxiety is racing thoughts. And racing thoughts are basically just where your mind is constantly revolving. It's presenting problems. It's trying to think about all the different ways that something could go wrong. It really wants you to just be super aware all the time and think about everything you could possibly think of. And it's hard to focus. Again, that focus piece, it's hard to focus on just the thoughts that you're thinking or the task at hand, because your mind is constantly turning new thoughts. This is also true for kids. Kids can do this too. And I don't know about you, but whenever I pick up my kids from school and I've already got, 3/4 of my day, just the thoughts ruminating in my mind, And then my kid comes home and he's got thoughts of his own, and his racing thoughts and my racing thoughts feel like they're in competition with each other, and I'm exhausted. It's really hard for me to parent in those moments. So learning how to take care of my racing thoughts has been really important for me. So here are some things you can do. All right. Those are two really big anxiety symptoms that I think that just kind of go unnoticed, and they leave us exhausted, irritable, frustrated. Here's two couple of simple things you can do. First off, one of the ways that I use or that I manage my anxiety is I use essential oils. Now, essential oils are not a replacement for pharmacological treatment plans. Okay, essential oils are a natural supplement that you can use to help aid in the managing of symptoms and in daily wellness maintenance. It's not a diagnosis, treatment, replace of things your doctor's given you to medications or anything like that. So be mindful of your perspective of what you're using your essential oils for. I use essential oils as part of a mental health hygiene process, a routine to kind of manage my wellness, manage my emotional wellness, my physical wellness. And it's more of a natural supplement, a daily lifestyle pattern that I do. And it's brought me a lot of healing. So that's why I love them. They're also not all the same. So if you're going to the grocery store and you're picking up essential oils, you might want to stop and think about, what is it you're expecting these oils to do, and see if the oils you are getting are going to be quality and have the benefits for your body and your mind the way you think that they will. Okay, I use Young Living essential oils because it's the highest quality. It's the highest quality. Their seed to seal standard is amazing. And I really believe in their farming practices, their integrity in the product, the way that they harvest, process, bottle, test, all of that. So I've done my research. That's the company I use. Now, what essential oils can be good for managing these racing thoughts, these hypervigilance? And I have three that I want to talk to you about today real quickly. All right, the first one, and it's I've had the oil for a long time, but only recently have I started using it as a anxiety reducing management tool, and that is Roman chamomile. Roman chamomile is just a wonderfully soothing oil. Okay. Roman chamomile is just amazing. It's calming. It's relaxing. I know if you drink chamomile tea, you know that it can help activate the parasympathetic nervous system and help reducing feelings of stress, feelings of worry. And Roman chamomile has just got this very distinct calming smell that helps relax that parasympathetic nervous system and calm all those alarms that the hypervigilance really just kind of, keeps going. So the way I use my oils is that there's a couple ways I use them. One, I know you guys see in my videos, my diffuser. I love to have my diffuser going. It just creates a wonderful environment through this sense of smell that just allows me to relax and feel centered and grounded. Another way that I use Roman chamomile is to actually place it on my body. I'll actually put it along my wrist here, okay, and just begin to apply it to different points of the body for my body to absorb the oil and also carry the smell with me, so that as I'm moving, as I'm breathing, as I'm taking in the day, that smell is constantly being reintroduced into the brain. Okay, so when you apply an oil topically, it actually enters into the bloodstream and is distributed throughout the body. So I know that this oil is going to go into my body. That's again why I use the highest quality of oil. So I put this into my body, and then I can also smell it and practice that deep breathing. Another excellent oil for this particular practice is frankincense. All right. Now, frankincense, I like to anoint over my heart. I like to apply the oil over my chest and also the top of my head. All right. Again, you have sensors throughout your body, olfactory sensors that really allow you to connect with the oil, to absorb it into your body, and to allow your body to use that. And the last oil is lavender. And lavender is excellent for feelings of abandonment, feelings of loss, feelings of fears that are tied to a sense of loss or abandonment that would cause that hypervigilance and those racing thoughts to be present in our mind. So learning how to use the oils, learning how to apply them to your body, to breathe with them, to connect them to your skin, to put them in and on you is just a powerful way to begin working on a daily wellness pattern or daily wellness routine that can help you break the patterns of that daily hypervigilance and the daily racing thoughts that you've been dealing with for so long. All right. Another amazing thing to do for anxiety, for symptoms of anxiety, for hypervigilance and racing thoughts is to practice grounding your body. All right. Because as our mind is racing, our brain self, the identity inside of your mind that believes who you are, will begin drifting into those thoughts, and it loses contact essentially with your physical body. And so it kind of separates your brain self, your brain identity, who you believe you are, and your physical body of who you actually are can essentially become disassociated or drift further and further apart. And by taking some time to stop and to pull those thoughts and your identity and what you're thinking about and how, all the directions your brain is going, and pull that back into your body is a powerful way to, again, reduce the physical symptoms that are happening within inside of you. So again, stopping and using sensory, again, that's why the essential oils work so well, is it really brings in that sensory motor skills, the ability to connect with our body. Also breathing, taking our hands and breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And in therapy, this is one of the practices that I will do with essential oils. So I will place the oil in the palm of my hand, in the palm of my client's hands. We will rotate the oil. We will breathe in. That lavender just will connect us to our feelings of security, safety, relaxation. You can even add in a self-affirmation at this point that would really allow you to connect that brain self, that identity, with the physical actions of what you're doing. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Any physical movements, again, breathing in the full body, the full chest cavity, expanding, breathing that air in, awakening the mind, allowing yourself to kind of stop and do a shift back to reality, back to where you're at, back to how you're feeling. So I really hope that this helps you. I know I deal with racing thoughts often I deal with them. So for me, whenever I see myself going in that direction, being able to take a minute to stop, to pull myself back down, using an essential oil, activating that sensory, activating the mind, using the physical movements of breathing, taking the oil and applying it to myself so that I can carry that reminder throughout the day. And again, adding on top of that an affirmation or an intention is just a powerful way to reconnect you with yourself so that you can move through whatever stresses or daily activities that you would like to get through and really begin engaging and enjoying your life. All right, guys, I hope this episode helps you. It's another daily dose. I hope that you're able to take this, apply this, use this. If this was helpful, please like, please share, please subscribe. There will be more coming every day. Just simple, easy ways to apply mental wellness strategies, emotional wellness strategies to your everyday life so that you can live free. That's my goal. I really just want to share this with you, free information, so that you can apply it and you can live a little bit more healthily, a little bit, I think that's the word, a little bit more well, and you can just stay well. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.